I'm Will Hunter, and you're watching Fake Leaf coverage on the Fake Sports Network. Welcome back, Fake Sports fans. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Will Hunter, and this is my custom league. It's not the regular NHL. You can check out my custom league rules in the description for context. And with that said, the Ottawa Senators stave off elimination once again after a Game 5 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs. And now the series moves to Ottawa, where the Leafs try to close out the series once again, hopefully third time's the charm. So let's have a look at the lineups and then get into the game. Playing for Ottawa on the forward lines. On the first line is Elias Pettersson, Dale Hawerchuk, and William Nylander. On the second line is Jim Peplinski, Alex Turcotte, and Jerome McGinley. On the third line is Carson Repkov, Nick Dowd, and Brendan Gallagher. And on the fourth line is Felix Nielsen, Brady Martin, and Philip Messar. For Ottawa's defensive pairs, on the first pair is Mark Howe with Tim Horton. On the second pair is Josh Georges with Larry Murphy. And on the third pair is Tyler Clevin with Theodore Hallqvist. Starting in net is Curtis Joseph with Charlie Lindgren backing up. And their scratch players tonight are Vincent Rohar, Caden Price, Matt Coronado, and Oliver Nadeau. Playing for the Leafs on the forward lines. On the first line is Marcus Naslund, Eric Lindros, and Lanny McDonald. On the second line, Alexander Burrows, Bobby Clark, and Peter Vondra. On the third line, Zach Hyman, Vincent Danfus, and Glenn Murray. And on their fourth line is Scott Lawton, Jonathan Toews, and Mark Parrish. For Toronto's defensive pairs, on the first pair is Josh Morrissey with Adam Foote. On the second pair is Ivan Provorov with Eric Chernak. And on the third pair is Yusuf Valimaki with Tyler Myers. Starting in net is Dominik Hasek with Artur Sheila backing up. And their scratch players Snyder Damon Hunt, Marcus Johansson, and Nikita Grabankin.
Welcome to EA Sports. It is Game 6, elimination night here in this playoff series. Enough talk, enough hype. Let's do this. Your first period is set to go. Every game critical in the postseason. This one no different, and we are underway. Nylander's moving the puck through his own zone. Ottawa's on the attack. Moves it to Morrissey. With the puck inside the defensive zone. Quick pass to Pettersson. He carries the puck up along the wing. Takes it into the slot. Grabbed along the boards by McDonald. Here's a blast. And the lane's clogged up blocking that. Shuts him down.
Whether you're a player or goaltender, so much of the training is about reaction, and you can certainly tell that it has come in handy for him because he makes an incredible save just by instincts alone. Horton's a fierce competitor who wants to stay in the game, James, but if you look back at this last sequence where he's injured, you know that he's really struggling.
Oh, it takes that right in the inside of the knee. That's going to sting.
Lots of time left in this period. Still scoreless in this one. And they take possession after the defensive zone faceoff. Quick feed to Burrows. The Senators have it against the wall. Burrows explores his options in the corner. Howe's got it in the defensive end. Along the wing up the neutral zone. Long reach breaks up the momentum. To the front! And that shot gets caught in traffic. Down the left wing and into the offensive zone. Fires it on net. And there's the save. McGinley's got the puck in his own zone. The Senators take it along the wall. Takes the puck. Blocked in front. The Senators get a hold of the puck along the boards. Sends the pass over. Tremendous block on the play.
And the bench really erupts on that one because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net.
Denied by the goaltender. Toronto's got the puck along the boards. On the attack into the offensive end, right up the gut. Great read with the stick. Ottawa's on the attack. Here's a short pass to Nelson. Takes the feed. And that's
what are you
off
doing?
And he slides it quickly to Murray. Can't connect on the shot. The Leafs take possession in the neutral zone. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. Ottawa's got the puck. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. Dumps it in. Puck knocked loose after that hit. And that's off a stick. Takes a bump and loses control of the puck. Out of midair, he swats it down to the ice. Ottawa's got a hold of it against the wall. Messar's stick handling in his own zone. Moves it quickly over to Clark. And the traffic jam in front blocks the shot. And some good footwork to kick it away. Oh, tremendous save on the play!
What an incredible save. No idea how he got to that one, James. And the shooter is absolutely stunned. What a stop. Well, the goal line does not go on, and no one can believe it, James. We're going to have another look at it. Man, was that ever electric. This is unbelievable that he can get to this puck. You think it's in the net, then he comes out of nowhere with a sprawling athletic save.
Still lots of time left in the period. Still looking for our first goal. And they win the face-off and set up to go on the attack. Big time stop there. Oh, it stops the win. Handles it along the blue line. Stopped by the goaltender.
I love this save, James. I mean, the goaltender is so aggressive on this play. Doesn't give the shooter any time to get rid of it.
And swats the puck out of midair. Right up the gut into the attacking zone. Toronto's got a hold of the puck now. Oh, and it goes off the glove and he keeps it out.
Oh,
no, it's in.
finds its way in.
It's in the net.
I think he knocked it in himself. But McDonald gets credit for it.
Well, he had his eyes on the puck. He tracked it perfectly and got himself set to position, James. I thought he had it. He got a good chunk of it, but he didn't get it all.
Somebody poked it in.
The Leafs are up by 1 here in the back half of the opening frame after that strike.
And you know that the strategy has been one thing, put the puck to the net, and they have owned the shot share in the opening frame, no question about it, James. Now they find themselves with a 1-goal lead. They got to continue to press to see if they can extend it.
Slides it diagonally to Iginla. Picks it off, they go back on the attack. The Senators take it along the wing. They put the puck into the offensive end. Picked up along the boards by Turcotte. Angles it over to Murphy. Stops him cold. In front and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up. The Leafs have used their advantage in shots to take the lead here in the first. Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Doesn't go.
There'll be some frustration with that one. You got to love that he got to some prime-time real estate, so did the work and effort to get there. But, man, you got to hit the net when you're in that tight.
Picked up along the wall by Gallagher. With some open space here in the neutral zone. Oh, great read on the play. The Senators gain possession. Big-time play right there. And a great save. Moves it to Rickhoff. Big hit, and that frees up possession. The Leafs gain possession along the wall. Ottawa's in transition. Quick pass to Dow. That goes off a twig. Chernak's taking it from his own end. Gets it over to Provorov. Puts it on net. Pad save, and he made it look easy. Great job there. More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. Toronto's ahead 1-0. And off the draw, they'll take possession. Quick feed to Hyman. Some solid defensive work in their own end with the poke check. Picks off the pass in the defensive zone. Ottawa's moving it into the offensive end. Akinla's going to play it against the half wall. Oh, they telegraphed the pass, and he picks it off. Fires it into the offensive zone. Ottawa's got possession of the puck. And that's intercepted by Morrissey. Right on the doorstep. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. Here's a short pass to Horton. Toronto's gained possession along the boards. Slides the puck across to Murray. And they'll dump it in. Tries to feed it over to Nelson. Smart heads up play to intercept the pass. He got all of that one. Taken along the wall by Martin. The Leafs will play it in their own end. Here's a chance. Comes up with the stop. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Looks to set up at the point now. With the stop. Puck scooped up by Murray. Takes the pass. Oh, the puck!
Park's had a tough time around the net tonight, James. It's hitting the bar. He's got to find a way to cash in. You know, with his hands, at some point, if he gets the opportunity, he's going to put it in.
The Leafs gain control of the puck against the wall. Up along the wing. Toronto's got the puck against the half wall. Battling for it along the boards. Scooped up along the wall by Clevin. Here's a blast! And one last save!
Hockey is harder and it's heavier in the playoffs, and you got to find a way to get to the middle of the ice, and you got to find ways to win the puck battles. And this right here sends a very clear message that they're ready to play. He just has a huge hit right there to ignite his team.
Toronto's put a lot of pucks on net, and they continue to lead late in the first. Well, there's the horn ending period number 1, but this one is far from over. Lots more action to go. Second period is just around the corner.
Well, a good period for the Leafs. Got off to a quick start. They dictated play most of the period. Kept their shots on net low, again, the shots against low. Let's hope they can keep this up, get some insurance goals.
Both teams back on the ice are lined up, and period number 2 is about ready to go. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. All right, Pounder, how would you assess this game through the first 20 minutes played?
Joseph's performance was outstanding in the first 20 minutes. I mean, he got shelled. He's got to be exhausted, James. His team needs to pick it up in front of him if they want to stay in this game.
Can't stay on his feet after that hit. Jostled off the puck. The Leafs scoop it up along the boards. From the left side into the middle of the neutral zone. Ottawa's got the puck in their own end. And it's kicked away. And he takes the pass. The Senators move to the offensive zone. And they keep the pressure on. And we've got an offside with a face-off looming. The Leafs lead this one early in the second period. They have certainly had a lot of jump offensively tonight. Toronto's got possession of the puck after that neutral zone face-off. Moves it quickly over to Clark. The Senators get a hold of it. Ottawa's got the puck against the wall. Off the one-timer. Oh, an even better save!
Koshik's dialed in right now. Just have a look at that last save. I mean, he had to be moving extremely well in his crease to be able to get to position to make that save.
Lots of time left in this period. Toronto's up 1-0. Good read by the winger as the two centers tie up. The Leafs will play from the defensive zone. Quick pass across to Clark. Drops him. And he sidesteps the check there. Feeds it over. Too many bodies in the way. The Leafs grab possession to the puck. They've got numbers here. Turns it away.
Joseph's made a great save on that last play, taking away a high-danger chance because of his ability to anticipate and know where the shooter's coming from.
Centers glide into the dot as the face-off ready to resume play. The Leafs win that offensive zone face-off. Shuts them down. Rickhoff stick handling in his own zone. Throws it in. Grabbed along the board by Murray. Handles the pass in the middle. Fires it. Denies him with the pad. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Toronto's got the decided edge in the shot department here tonight in the second period, and they continue to lead. Puck is dropped, and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Ottawa's playing it through center. Grabbing the open ice by Rickhoff. Moves it to Murray. The Senators have it now. Puck moved over to Rickhoff. Through center. Toronto's got the puck inside the defensive zone. And now he moves it to Hyman. And that was read perfectly. What a play by Rickhoff. Toronto's got the puck along the boards. Here we go. Puck's in deep. Ottawa's looking to break out of their own end. Works it across to Howardchuk. Ottawa's got it in their own zone. And a stick in the lane deflects that one away. Receives the pass. Big time stop there.
What an incredible save in a high-danger scoring area. I mean, right in the slot. He's in perfect position to make that glove save.
Inching closer to the midway mark of this period. 1-0 is where we sit at this point. Lindros wins the draw. They'll look to set up here offensively. Stopped by the goaltender.
Let's reflect on that save again. I want to see it because in real time, I thought that puck was going in, James. He manages to find it. Like, listen, you don't make those saves in practice. You know why? You don't have that level of desperation. This is urgency. This is instincts. And he makes an unbelievable stop.
Teams are ready to go, and we're about moments away from puck drop. Howardchuk's won it off the faceoff. Joseph's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Toronto's been just savage in the offensive zone, and they lead it here in this second period. The Senators win the draw on their own end. Getting a little too physical to maintain possession. Can't hang on to the puck after the play. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. There's the physical side. Denied by the goaltender. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. Martin's quick stick off the draw wins possession. Oh, one of his teammates was right in the shooting lane there. Ottawa's got a hold of the puck. Nielsen's got it along the wing. Puck picked up by McDonald. Passes over to Lindros. And they continue to apply pressure here. Glove save. And the goalie covers up for the whistle. More than half the period has expired. We've got a 1-0 hockey game thus far. The Leafs win it. Quick pass to McDonald. And just like that, comes up with the puck. Great little flick of the stick. Can't connect. And now it's grabbed by Morrissey. And makes the save. Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. Both teams readying here for the face-off. Chucks won a big draw in their own end. And that's taken away in the offensive end by Lindros.
Toronto's been working hard away from the puck, and they're using their awareness to take away angles and seams. And this is something they're doing with their stick positioning. Coach talked about it pregame, how important it was going to be.
The Leafs take it across the line. Blocked in traffic. What a steal in his own end. Enters the offensive zone from the left. Big hit along the boards, and those walls are rattling.
When you're along the wall, you got to have your head up, and you better be good in small spaces. And you can't get out of the way of this thunderous hit, though, because it was lined up perfectly here, James. He knew exactly what he was going to do, and he finished right through the wall.
Slides it diagonally to Howardchuk. And that one's picked off. Great reach with the poke check by Down. Gaining momentum up along the side. The Senators will take it behind the net. Huge steal at his own end. And a great save. Handles the pass. Ottawa's got the puck. From behind his own cage, he grabs the puck. And now they look to make something happen from the neutral zone. Sends it in deep. The Leafs get a hold of the puck along the boards. Toronto's looking to break out. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. Here they come up along the wing. Sent into the offensive zone. Pinned up along the boards. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Ottawa's got possession of the puck. Takes the puck behind the net. Toss it up on the play. Handles the puck. Oh, he'll feel that one. Howardchuk's got the puck. Moves with the puck at the corner. And a nice takeaway in the defensive end by Foot. Handles the puck at the point. The Senators will play it from the corner. Oh, a little cat burglar-like play with the stick. Nicely done. Along the right side into the offensive zone. Under a minute to go here inside the second period. Picked up along the boards by Down. And that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. Angles it over to Howe. Takes a hit, he goes down to the ice and tosses up the puck. Two periods down, one more to go. Both teams have time to get a refresh, and we'll be back for period number 3. I'm fired up. I know you're fired up for this too.
Another good period for the Leafs. Even though they didn't increase their lead, they did dictate the play for most of the period, and they kept Ottawa off the board. So let's hope they can do it again for another 20, and hopefully increase this lead and get some insurance goals.
Welcome back to EA Sports. I'm fired up. Pounder's fired up. The players are fired up, and I know you're fired up for the third period. Here we go. Third period is officially underway. All right, partner, what's your take on what you've seen here tonight?
The Senators need to do a better job in this third period of dictating the pace of play, and if they do that, I feel like they'll have an opportunity on net to be able to get shots through. Right now, their shot volume is low, and if they want to find a way back into this game, they're going to have to be opportunistic and look to getting pucks through to the net.
And that's knocked away by Foot. Inside the defensive zone, moving the puck. Quick feed to Lindros. Here they come. Down the left side on the attack. The Senators look to start the transition game. Here's a short pass to Howardchuk. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Puck grab by Lindros. Look out, here they come on the attack.
Oh! How do you miss that?
He's been working hard and have put forth a strong effort throughout this entire game, and that's the reason they have the lead. They wanted to extend their cushion, but unfortunately, bad luck on their side, or maybe it was good positioning by the goaltender, but nonetheless, it goes off the post and out.
The Senators take it from the side. Picked up along the wall by McDonald. On the attack along the boards. Long pass into the neutral zone.
Great vision to see that stretch pass.
Wow, he may have just stopped a goal.
I think he did, James. I mean, you got to protect the house, especially when it's a great threat shot like that, and he finds a way to get in front of that and quick.
Both sides digging in for that puck along the wall. Ottawa's got a hold of it against the wall. Messar swooping in on the attack. A chance on the redirect. Shuts him down.
Hashik's made a great quality shot look easy. I mean, he is so efficient. He's dialed in, he tracks, and he makes the save.
And that's knocked away in the defensive end by Howe. And the puck's knocked loose. And he moves it up to Valimaki. Oh, look at this. Takes the shot. Stopped by the goaltender. Tries to feed it over to Hyman. Taken along the wall by Clevin. Looking to make something happen at center. Goes right to the crease. No room for that one to get through. Here he is.
Oh, off both posts.
But it goes off the inside post.
Gallagher's been effective getting to the right places at the right time, but it hits the post again, James. He cannot get discouraged. We're starting to see his frustration levels increase.
Moves it quickly over to Chernak. Ottawa's got a hold of it along the wall. Big time stop there.
Amazing to me how he always looks like he's in the right position because he tracks and reads the play so well, and this time he gets in front of the puck that's right in the middle of the ice as the shooter's got a dangerous opportunity.
And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. To his teammate! The Senators have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Moves it to Murray. The Leafs take it along the wall. Quick pass to Gallagher. Here's a shot. Turned aside with the glove.
Oh, we're going to have to check that one out again. It was just spectacular, James, when you're out competing.
How did you miss that open cage?
You're so athletic, you make those kind of saves.
Past the midway mark of the frame, the Leafs lead it 1-0. Slides in off the wing after the centerman tied him up. Shot! Oh, we got a piece of it to keep it out.
Well, you know he's got the skill set to be able to maintain possession of this puck, but how about the determination to have his eyes on the prize the whole time and to get out of the coverage to be able to get a shot on net? That's courage, and that certainly is a will to take it to the net.
Great extension on his part to poke it away. Shakes off the coverage. The Leafs gain possession along the wall. They're picking up steam through the neutral zone. Scooped up along the wall by Foot. Great poke check on the reach. The Leafs going to work on offense. Big hit. Takes a blast. Huge save on the play. Oh,
There we go, Ivan Provorov.
Yeah, back-to-back goals. You can feel the
With
energy,
the
weight,
insurance goal.
momentum, and the tides have turned here, James. They need to keep the pedal to the metal. Well, he does it all on this play, James, and he's going to get rewarded by his coach and the entire team. I mean, he starts the entire thing with breaking up a play, with intercepting, and
Little
finding
pick
a
and
way
a
to
snipe.
gain speed and get it to the net. He just doesn't get it to the net. He finishes it off as well. After that last goal, the coach is showing his displeasure with his team. He's just not happy with the effort and the details at this moment.
The Leafs are all smiles on the bench now here in period number 3, holding down a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's been a competitive game, and now they sit in control here with that 2-goal lead, James, in the back half of the third period. Now it's about managing the puck. I expect them to play a little safer, but expect a push from their opponent.
Quick pass across to Pedersen, and that goes off a player. Slides the puck over. McDonald's got it against the boards.
I was never expected to score, James, so this never really bothered me. I was always on the defensive side of it. But listen, the goaltenders had to make some huge save. Everyone's talking about the chances. How about the tenders and their positioning and the ability to move within the net? Provorov's done a great job of staying the course in this game here, James. You know, he could let the multiple opportunities that he hasn't cashed in on really get to him, but he doesn't. He continues with his persistence and his relentlessness to the net here, and it pays off in dividends as he gets on the board.
The Leafs continue to lead here in the third, listening to their coach's message. Lots of pucks on net. And with the centers tied up, he swoops in to take possession. Ottawa's got a hold of the puck now. Into the middle of the neutral zone. Works it across to Pedersen. And he takes the dish. Oh, what a glove save there!
Joseph's been dialed in and tracking extremely well tonight, James. Everything that's coming at him, he can see, and that's something that is really critical in the game. You make the timely stop that's needed to give your team some confidence in front of you.
Just here in the late stages of this frame, the Leafs lead this one 2-zip. Dowds won the face-off, and now let's see what they can do. Turned aside with the glove by Hasek. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. The Leafs are looking to close things out. They have been dominant all night long, and they continue to lead late in the third. Swoops in and grabs the puck with the centers tied up in the scrum on the draw. Shot from the wall. Big-time save. Oh, he is looking good in there tonight. The Leafs looking against the half wall. Taken by Rekop. Scrum along the boards as they battle for the puck. And that slides right out to center ice. The Leafs have it in the offensive zone. And he made the save to keep that one out of the net.
Joseph's been excellent tonight, James. I mean, the score could be a lot worse. The save percentage is great. He's doing everything to keep his team in it. They need to shore up their defensive end and get going north.
Puck possession so critical. Another face-off coming up here. And they grab possession of the puck after that center ice face-off. Intercepts it in the neutral zone.
Toronto's been excellent tonight, James. They found ways to work hard on and off of the puck, and when they're away from it, they've really done a great job of being in good position to be able to take away lanes and angles, seams, you name it. But it has to translate to something. This is still a close game.
Battle along the wall. Grabbed along the board by Nylander. Nearing the final 60 seconds in this one. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Grabs it in his own end. Oh, textbook poke check to turn that over. Quick feed to Howe. Can't hang on to the biscuit after that. The Senators have pulled the goal to scores into the
Eric Lindros with the empty netter. I don't seal it.
The deal, James, the insurance marker, and a lot of fun as well. Goal scoring is fun. Doesn't matter how it goes in, even if it is an empty net. You can see the emotion on everyone on the ice as that empty netter went in. That's an insurance marker, and that's going to be the game.
Toronto's offense has put on a show tonight, and here they are in blowout mode late in the third. And off the draw, they kick the puck. Along the half wall with the puck. Ottawa's got control of it now from their own end. Slides it diagonally to Chernak. Oh, they telegraphed the pass, and he picks it off. At center ice now, he grabs the puck. We got a whistle offside to call. The Leafs lead it late in this third period. The Senators win it. Takes the feed in the middle of the neutral zone. And uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. Myers plays it down. Takes the feed in the middle of the ice. That's it. The final horror. Not just for the game, but for the series, because they're moving on. Dominant performance from start to finish in this series. Paying the price, winning the battles. It all paid off here, Cheryl.
Yeah, it really did. And we're always looking at the physical side of the game, but what about the mental or emotional side? I mean, you're playing away, you're on the road, so there's a ton of distractions. So staying focused, keeping that business-like approach, that's what gets them and helps them to move on.
And that'll do it from this one here tonight for all of us at EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski. Good night.
Well, it turns out third time is the charm, as Toronto finally closes out the series, as they outshoot Ottawa 31-15, out-hit them 38-32, have more time in attack, better passing percentage. Ottawa won the face-offs 15-11, and there were no power plays in the game. For the box scores, for Toronto, you had McDonald, Provorov with the goals, Morrissey with an assist, Lindros with a goal, and Naslin with an assist. And Hasek was a perfect 15 for 15. For Ottawa, there was no scoring, and Joseph made 28 saves on 30 shots, 2 goals allowed for a .933 save percentage. For the 3 stars of the night, they are Dominic Hasek, Eric Lindros, and Curtis Joseph. And with the win, Toronto clinches the series 4-2 and moves on to the third round. And our third round matchups will be Toronto versus Buffalo, Florida versus Brooklyn, San Jose versus the St. Louis Blues, and Calgary versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. So remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next game for Game 1 of the third round as the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Buffalo Sabres.